16.
Got that part right.
Tell me about your family.
Well, we have, I should say, but biologically I have 2 sons,
4 grandchildren,
4 grandchildren.
a dog, and a
Yeah.
feral cat.
Yes.
Okay. Are you married?
Yes.
Yes,
And where were you married?
in New Hampshire,
2 years ago,
October.
Yes. We also had a holy union in St. Pete because they, don't allow, Florida doesn't allow marriage, so we had a holy union in 2005.
Mhm.
Tell me a little bit about your ceremony, your marriage ceremony.
It's a good
Well,
story.
you mean the legal one or the sacred union one?
The legal
Actually.
one. The legal one was neat because we had bet at a silent auction for a bed and breakfast, and they had not put how much the minimum was, and we bet like $150 for 10 days in New Hampshire,
In
and
this
we won.
Victorian mansion.
And it was like a 10-room
Yeah,
bed
it's gorgeous.
mansion.
Mhm.
So Peggy thought it'd be a great time to get her family together and have like a reunion. So we did. And what we found out is the couple that actually owned it, it was a Victorian bridal mansion
Like
where
a honeymoon
people
place.
get
Yeah.
married, and they said, well, hey, you can get married in New Hampshire. Why don't you get married? Check out your closet.
Yeah.
There are antique bridal
Bridal
gowns.
gowns.
Maybe they'll
Mhm.
fit. And they actually did fit. And so we were married
It was
there,
gorgeous, yeah.
and her entire family was there, and it was a really hard story to explain to my family that, by the way, I got married, I had a bridal dress, all of Peggy's family was there, but really we didn't plan this. It was a real hard thing to
Uh-huh.
explain, but it was
It was
very
lovely
beautiful.
because my family, I don't know how they did it. They got together and had flowers down the stairs, and
Yeah.
it was just beautiful.
it was wonderful.
Just beautiful.
So how did you two meet?
I'll say
You'll
I'll
say
do
the
this one.
story.
She was my physical therapist. I was prescribed her. And I was sitting in the waiting room, and I would never believe this, but I was sitting in the waiting room, and she walked out to bring me back, and I just froze. And she was this image that I had been dreaming of my whole life but could never find. So I really stretched out my PT. I was really, really in a lot of pain. I was in a lot of pain for a long time until she said, we can't be friends until I discharge you.
Right.
And I went, I'm feeling so much better. I think I should be discharged. And
Tell us, why is marriage important to you?
Well, for several reasons. I'm getting questions now from my grandson, one of my grandsons, as to, why are you two together? Are you related? He's trying to work it all out. And so this last conversation I had with him, I said, well, we call her Turtle, and that's a whole other story. So I'm Nana, and she's Nana Turtle. So I said, well, Nana Turtle and we're partners, we're life partners like your mommy and daddy are. Do you understand? And he was like, she's family? I'm like, yes. So if I could just say, she's my wife, and he would understand better. And the ones that are coming too, because there's a younger one after him. So I would like that, to be able to do that, actually.
I didn't really think that there was that much difference other than the legal restrictions that you have by not being married.
Yeah.
Because I thought I had married her in my heart at the Holy Union, and that was all the same. And then when we had this impromptu wedding, the minute, because I don't show my emotions and cry and things like some people I know, but anyway, I always hold everything in. And the minute the Justice of the Peace said, by the power invested in me by the state of New Hampshire, you are now married, I broke down and just sobbed. And most of her family did too, because they knew me and they were like, why is she crying?
But they were so happy for
it
us.
was just, it does make a difference.
It does.
It makes a huge difference.
Emotionally, spiritually, and legally. We had to invest a lot of money years ago in documents, with attorneys to protect each other, to make sure that our assets, would go where they needed to go, so that a family couldn't step in and just take it, because they didn't agree with us, let's say. and also the protections under the law, you know, regarding medical things. So we've been together such a long time that everything, we've been seeing the progress. But we had already invested in that, and had we been able to get legally married, it wouldn't have been a question, you know. So that's important to me. And Tina's my soulmate, and I just don't understand why it has to be different.
I was raised in a very typical Southern family, and I think over time there is a little piece of you that is sort of taken away by the fact that you're not treated the same, or you're told, you know, don't show affection because, you know, these people are coming, or this people, and although you resist that and you fight for your rights, there's a little piece of you, I think, that starts to believe some of the nastiness that is thrown at you, that somehow you're not as good as, say, your brother that's married. You're not given the same equality. And I think there's a part of you that really starts believing it, even though you swear you don't. And I think that's what happened with me at the wedding ceremony, is that I really felt married for the first time, and nobody could take it away.
Visit getengaged.org and join the fight.